Hey y'all, happy Monday. Welcome to Melanated Vibrations. Thank you for joining us. I just want to say, do y'all see the backdrop? Okay, because I don't know if y'all saw it last week the way I needed y'all to see it. We over here doing big things at Melanated Vibrations. So thank you for joining us. Got the Melanated Vibration shirts along with the mug. If you have not already, please make sure you go on to thebiggexclusivemerch.com and purchase your merch for all of the shows. You can get your Melanated Vibration mug. You can also get your Melanated Vibration t-shirts, and they come in so many colors. So make sure you go ahead and get that.
Oh Lord, what happened? Oh, she got the internet from Ghana. Oh no! Oh dear. Okay, just me. Hello. Good evening, everybody. While we wait for our co-host to start off, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Did y'all have a long Monday? Had a long Monday. Had a hectic Monday. I don't know how I made it here, but I'm here. Hey. I know the backdrop fire, ain't it? Where did? Oh, okay. Your internet from Ghana
It's just not happening. Yeah, the internet was internet in the day. So, it did rain. It was something going on. But yeah, so anyway, welcome to Melanated Vibration. So if you did not hear me, go on to thebiggexclusivemerch.com and go get your merch. We got cups. We got t-shirts. The backdrop is exclusive. Y'all, I can't get into that where I got that from. But anyway, so how are you feeling today, sis?
I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry. You wanted more work at work, so they gave you more work?
Yeah, I was bored.
And now you're not. Look at that. See how that worked out. So before we get started, I wanted to do this last week and I completely forgot. So September is actually Suicide Prevention Month. So I'm going to go over a little bit about suicide awareness. But did you know that September 10th through the 16th is Suicide Awareness Week? So over the years, suicide has increased. More and more people are taking that route of ending their life because life just seems very hard and unbearable for them. And so on a day like this, where it is September the 11th, and also Suicide Prevention Week, we want to, one, remember those that we lost due to 9/11, but we also want to remember those that we have lost because of suicide. So suicide doesn't really have a look. You can be crying and sad one day, or you could be the person that is always laughing and trying to be, I don't want to say the center of attention, but kind of that person in the room where no one knows what's going on. What was the guy, DJ, Ellen's DJ?
Oh,
I cannot think of his name.
Switch.
I cannot think of Switch, yes. Look at Switch, right? He was married, beautiful kids, seemed like he had it all together, got his exposure from dancing. Him and his wife, were dancers, was on Ellen's show as her DJ, just so full of life. And unfortunately, he took his life. And so he died by suicide. And so when we say suicide does not have a look, that is exactly what we mean. It does not have a look. You can literally be like DJ Switch, and then one day you're here and one day you're not. So some warning signs for suicide and things to look at, but these are not always the signs of suicide. So let me make that very clear. Again, It kind of just depends on the person. But if you have anyone in your life that kind of has any of these warning signs, please make sure that you try to get them some help. Make sure you call. There is a suicide hotline that you can call, that they can text if they need to. Hey, Brandy. So if there are any type of drug or alcohol abuse, if they are sleeping often or too little, if they start to visit more, or calling people to kind of say goodbye or apologize for stuff, um, if they start talking about being a burden to you, or kind of just people in their life, if they begin to isolate themselves, extreme mood swings, social withdrawal, and looking for a way to kill themselves. So statistics show, well, one, that both men and women commit suicide. Hey, Hannibal. But that men are more volatile with their suicide attempts than women. So women will tend to try to commit suicide. They make more attempts than they are successful when it comes to suicide. And when I say more volatile for men than women, what I mean by that is women will drink a whole bottle of liquor, or take a bottle of pills, or something like that. Something that could still kill you, right? It could be lethal. But you may survive that. Men do more volatile things like gunshot wounds to the head, or they'll hang themselves, because those things are kind of, once it's done, it's done. And so if you have anyone in your life that unfortunately, personally, that has committed suicide, or someone in your life that you are kind of concerned about, again, you can call the suicide line. They can text. Like, the suicide hotline makes it so easy, where you don't even have to, you don't even have to pick up a phone. You literally can text. And so I just kind of want to put that out there for anyone, because it is Suicide Awareness Month, that if this is something that you are struggling with, because our first goal on Melanated Vibrations is mental health. So we want to make sure. So if you know anyone that is experiencing suicide, the number is 988. It used to be a really long number, but they've literally shortened it to 3 digits. So it's 988. You can text, or you can call that number, and you can do a live chat. You can go onto the website. As I always tell you guys, make sure you show someone some grace, because you never know what a person is going through. They may seem happy today and then literally not here the next day. So just wanted to kind of bring that into the room, because it is Suicide Awareness Month again, and I want to make sure that I am acknowledging that. So if you are on the live and if you are on the stream, please make sure you are tagging your folks in. Make sure you are sharing it to all of your platforms, Twitter, or I guess they call it X now, right?
What?
Whatever
it's not
it
Twitter.
is. Oh yeah, they changed Twitter to X. So apparently
Okay.
the thing behind
I'm
that
sorry.
was definitely Hannibal. Apparently, I guess the whole idea behind Twitter was because people can identify however they want with their gender. That, I guess, what's the dude that owns Twitter? Is it Bezos? Musk? One of these rich
Elon.
people. Yeah, Elon, right? He wanted to name Twitter just X, something where it wasn't
He's
for.
bored.
Mm-hmm.
He needs something to do.
He needed something to do. And that's just the reality of it. So, yes, it is now just X. So if you're on the stream, on the live, share it to YouTube, share it to your Facebook, share it to your Twitter, your Snapchat, all that other good stuff that we got out here. Yeah, just share it and tag your friends in, because this is going to be a very good episode. Today we decided to choose violence. No, I'm just kidding. We did not choose violence today, but it is going to be a really, really good episode. I guess I don't really have an affirmation. I think if anything, it was really just to make people aware of how serious suicide is. And to make sure that you are watching out for your friends and your loved ones if they become increasingly withdrawn, begin to apologize, or things like that, to make sure that we are paying attention. I know sometimes we get so caught up in our own stuff, because life happens to all of us, that we sometimes forget how to be a friend or how to check in with people. So I encourage everyone that is listening to make sure that you do so, to check in on your friends and your family. because we would rather them talk our ears off than have to go to their funeral. So I don't really have an affirmation, more just information. So, what are you bringing into today's podcast?
I guess peace. Because I realized one of my clients, she was telling me her life story, and I realized that I was having a bad day, but not really a bad day compared to all of the stuff that she actually told me that transpired in her life. And I felt bad for complaining about juggling what I'm juggling. So
it makes you feel bad, right? It makes you not even really feel bad, but it makes you reflect, right? When you listen to other people's stories and how much worse off they may be from us, it's like, what am I really complaining about today? Like, but again, someone always has it worse than you. And then for some people that look at our lives, they're like, oh, you have it so good. Because some people really don't know our struggles. Like, they don't know kind of, the dynamic or the things that we've been through because, we don't overshare. But everyone's been through something. And so that's why I always implore people to just show a little grace. Because we get grace on the daily, even though we're not deserving of it. So, but I like that. Peace. So, you ready to get started to go shake the room?
Let's go be funny.
You got your wine ready?
No, I ain't got no wine today. I ain't have time.
I'm so sorry to hear that. It's been a day. Shout out to my sister, though. Let me tell you how she loved me, though, y'all. So, we literally work like 5 minutes away from each other. God, it's so good. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't know how I'm going to unbig my back because she keep feeding me. And for all of those of you that follow her on social media, y'all know how she get down in the kitchen. She be doing that thing when she be doing that thing, okay? So when I got off, I had the privilege to go get a bowl from her from work with some oxtails. Oh my God. Some cabbage, baby. When I tell you that cabbage was seasoned. So like that. The rice was ricing, because rice is hard to cook. I don't care what nobody say. It's either you got it or you don't. Okay? And then she had some motherfucking plantains on it. Listen. Okay? I felt like I was back in the Caribbean, like, Jamaica me, please. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm just rubbing that in y'all face. I just thought y'all should know that my sister was cooking for life, and it was delicious. And I posted it on Instagram, and she was like, she hoped that I was going to share with her nephew. Why? Like, what? Why would I?
What?
Why?
Why do
why
I
would
have to
share?
Over there and feed my nephew, though?
He ate already.
But why he can't have oxtails?
It wasn't enough for all of that. He wouldn't knew how to appreciate the oxtail. Okay? He wouldn't have known how to get all that off the bone. Hey, Reek. Shout out to Reek, who is one of the hosts of Women's Wellness Wednesdays, one of my favorite
Positive Women's Wellness Wednesday. That's what I call it.
I be ready for Women's Wellness Wednesdays. Okay? I be focused. I'm just saying, the food was delicious. And if you want to make any more and bring another bowl, I will gladly come around there off of work that another one time. And then, so then last week she made me, y'all, because I got to brag on my sister. She had made some gumbo. Remember that number one time when we was on the podcast and I asked her what she was making and she was like, gumbo, baby, let me tell you about this. It had mussels. It had shrimp. Corn. Yay! Thank you. It had okra. It was okra, right? Yeah, stewed tomatoes, rice. What else it had up in there? Adula sausage. Is that what that was?
One of them.
Yeah. Baby, I'm just trying to tell you what my sister could do. I don't know about y'all sisters, y'all folks, what they can do in the kitchen. I'm gonna brag on mine. So we over here at Melanated Vibrations eat good, and we not trying to unbig
our back. Yeah.
I've been trying not to unbig.
And Dewey.
A Dewey sausage, a doula, whatever the hell it's called.
A doula. Now he broke it down like you was like hooked on phonics.
I'm just glad he ain't clicked the link and come in because we was going to for sure kick him out. Appreciate that so much, but thank you. So a Dewey, a doula, whatever the hell it's called.
That sound like
y'all know I'm pescatarian.
No, he put it back.
That was my cheat day, and it was absolutely delicious.
Not hooked on phonics.
Listen, he ain't hooked on phonics. Me, I don't give a shit what it's called. It's delicious.
Sound it out.
Nope. Hooked on phonics never worked for me, and neither did Rosetta Stone.
Stop putting it up there. You ready?
Anyway, so let's go on and stir the pot. So tonight's episode is called love, sex, and marriage. We're going to throw dating in there too. But instead of you guys just listening to us and getting the female perspective and all of that thing, you know, things that we do here on Melanated Vibrations, this black podcast with these beautiful black women, I wanted to invite some men in tonight to get their perspective on love, sex,
and keep Dutch free. Please keep it
marriage.
Dutch free.
I mean,
if a few Dusty stop by, you can do that too. But I'm just saying, it's a few repeat Dusty things that. All right, y'all. I'm tired. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna eat my ice. I'm gonna shut up. All right, I'm done.
So anyway, I didn't say any of that. She gonna say what she want to say, and we gonna let her. Okay, that's the little baby that don't listen. All right, that's what happens when you're the younger sister. So we are going to welcome in the gentlemen that we have, and we are going to put them on a hot seat. No, I'm just kidding. And kind of just get their perspective on love, sex, and marriage. So we can bring our guests in.
Oh shucks, Slim exclusive.
Slim exclusive. Hey,
it's me. It's me.
I know. So listen.
He got the preacher
you know,
shirt. You see him?
Did you put on a button-down shirt for this?
What's the good word today, bro?
To leave my clothes on for work. Y'all get Anthony Luther King Jr. today.
Right. You guys educated brother Glenn on.
Yes.
Okay, so the topic is love, sex, and marriage. Again, I'm always down for the male's perspective on these subjects. I know that there is a lot of talk about what love is and dating and marriage and all of those things. So I want to hear it from you guys. So my very first question, it doesn't matter who goes first, is have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What does love look like from you? So when you love someone, what does that look like from you?
You can have that, sir. I'll go next.
He said no.
I think it's more of a feeling. So like the normal weird, like emotional, sentimental stuff. So like you feel like you always thinking about the person, you can't get them off your mind, worried about what you really care for them. You make an effort to make them happier, build them up in whichever way it makes, and that feeling is reciprocated. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I can agree with that. For the most part, love from me if I'm showing love from me looks like attentiveness. I'm paying a lot of attention to how you move. Um, I'm 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 delving out a lot of reciprocity. You know, if you need, if you need something, I'm paying attention to it. You ain't even got to ask me because I'm trying to find it. You know, that type of attentiveness for me. So attentiveness and reciprocity are probably big, in my opinion. That's what you're getting from me.
Okay.
I like that.
Do you guys believe in soul ties?
I'm not completely sure what it is.
No.
Okay. So a soul tie is kind of like they say every time you are intimate with a person or you engage in a grown-up activity with a person, you guys exchange souls. So your soul, a piece of you is now in that person, and then a part of that person is now in you. And so
Nah, that's called that's called an STD.
She made
not
it sound
an STD. That's definitely not.
That's what I'm saying. It's basically like
that's what that's called.
DNA with you everywhere you go. Basically, the person's DNA.
I think it happens, but I think there's only. I'm not going to say only. I think it's more prevalent in women. I don't think it's as prevalent in men.
Why?
Because you're physically receiving something, and your inside being inserted in the act of making love. I think every time a woman has sex, she's getting a soul tie. I think it's being the same for men.
So you don't think men get soul tied to women?
I think that I think that they can get soul tied to women, but I agree with him when he says that it's probably more of a female thing. You got to understand too, men don't on average men don't look at sex the same way that women look at sex. Like for the most part, women have to like a dude to sleep with them. On
True.
average, I could hate it. I could hate a chick, but if she fine, I'm gonna knock her back out. And it is what it is, and I'll be alright with that. I can do it and be detached while doing it. So
How?
yeah.
How do
Didn't
men
we
do
say no
that?
dusty behavior before you came on here? No, I'm just kidding.
Give me a real dusty. What you mean? You can hate her guts.
See, listen. See, that's not being dusty because I'm giving you game. I'm telling you what it is. I ain't BSing you.
I don't understand how men do that. Like, I can't stand this girl, but I'm gonna still blow her back out. Wait,
But
what?
this is the thing.
Because here's
They're
why.
the only ones that can do it. Females
I didn't say that. I didn't.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
Listen.
Y'all be lying to
yourself.
It is possible. Listen, there's always exceptions to rules. There's always going to be, certain women who can be detached as well as men. I mean, the same way that men are, and there's certain men that have to really like a woman to be intimate with her. So I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule.
I'm just curious.
We're talking about, but just in general, women are probably going to be the ones that have the soul ties. Men ain't doing that.
But I don't
Say,
know.
I'm not going to say
on the men.
I'm not going to say men aren't doing it, but I think it happens more frequently for women than it does for men.
True. That.
And so the last comment that somebody just said, Big Exclusive, you put that back up. Soul ties is deeper than just sex. It's not about just you have sex. I mean, it is part of how it is exchanged, but that is not all of what soul tying is. It's not just about we fucking, I exchange a part of me. Your soul is literally tied to that person.
And I still feel that, with that being said, that it still happens more for women than for men. I don't think it's thing for me.
OG is wild. Listen, I think that sometimes men believe that they are the only ones that can just sleep with somebody that they have no emotional tie to. Women do it all the time. I'm sorry. I know you don't agree with it.
I've done it.
Prostitution is the oldest profession.
They really give a shit about them and kept it moving. You was all right, but
that's what I let off.
Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world.
But is it prostitution? If
Right.
I tell y'all I was out here having a hot girl summer because I was single, I'm not falling in love with every nigga I'm sleeping with while I'm having my hot girl summer.
Can't.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my shit and I'm gonna dip. That's it.
Now when y'all say hot girl summer, is that talking about the STDs that y'all about to get?
No.
Who goes out there? Who get the STDs? Where y'all think they get these STDs from?
I'm just saying y'all having hot girl summers.
Where do y'all think these girls get these STDs from?
I think they think
from them dusty niggas that y'all talking to.
The dusty niggas out there that y'all act like I don't give a shit what you talk about, OG. I went out here fucking a bunch of people this summer. But what I said was if I decided to have a hot girl summer like that, because I made that very clear in the beginning of the year, women can do the same thing.
Wait, majority of men will if another guy is in his woman. I don't get that.
Wait, put it back up. I was trying to read. Told y'all hook on phonics wasn't for me.
No more so in men. Men off people, but most women do.
I don't know. I feel like that's supposed to be rewritten something. Rewrite it and tell us what you think.
You gotta scramble the board with that one. You got.
I'm not having a hot girl summer. You're absolutely right, Tiff. I had a lukewarm.
There's an epidemic.
Spring.
It's an epidemic up here. What you mean?
It's just an epidemic in Houston. It's an epidemic in Philadelphia. Have y'all looked at the statistics?
No.
West Philly did that.
It has become a real big last summer. So all people having autumn trips to
old ties are more
going out to Houston, thinking that's like do this here and ain't got to worry about seeing this person. I mean, somebody boarded there with them, and somebody with it.
Yeah, somebody boarded there with them, dropped some off, and he came back.
That is stressful. That's
and
so
stressful. And them poor locals that's just sitting there taking it.
Are they poor locals though? If you decide to engage with somebody randomly that you just met, you are taking the chance.
I just have a I have a hard time. I just have a hard time grasping the concept. Maybe it's just me. I have a hard time grasping the concept that of these soul ties. Like y'all got sex sounding like metaphysical, like it's on this other ghostly plane, and nothing.
Some
Nah,
women it is.
nah.
For some people, it is.
It really is.
For some people, it is more than sex. It is the mental. It is the psychological.
Physical
it is
touch.
the spiritual attachment to another person. It depends on how deep that person and those two people are in whatever they're engaging in.
Well, that's not what you're saying. When y'all introduce soul ties, we're talking about every person. When you say every person that you sleep with, that you're leaving a piece of, you're dropping a little piece off of. That's what you said. You drop something. You drop. So with every person, you can't
part of yourself off. I never said what part of yourself you're leaving behind.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if that's the case, then every person that you have sex with ain't gonna be on that deep spiritual level. So
it doesn't have to just be spiritual. It could be psychological. It could be different levels of soul ties.
Wait, I don't understand.
Wait, what it say? Hold on, because y'all be putting the comments up and I be trying to keep up.
Go back to the last one.
What was the last one?
The men will kill you over that woman in her comfort zone. Women really won't. Wait, what?
Who is this person?
You gotta
know. They usually join the show. I can't remember who it is.
So what sides more so come from intimacy than just sex? Oh. Women are more naturally intimate. We are. But if a man want to be intimate with you in a certain way, he will. Sex is not just...
OG, we know. You're the exception to the rule. We're not talking to you. Bye. We're not talking to you. Every time you disagree with everything a woman say, we're not talking about you, okay? God.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him. Don't do him like that.
Up here. We're not worried about you.
Don't do him like that.
What the person saying?
Because this is OG every show. We know OG been fucking
he do it
for 100 years.
He do it to be smart.
The exception to the rule. We know. We know.
All
right, so I get it. Everybody doesn't believe in soul ties, and that's okay. But for some people, soul ties is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Some people choose not to engage in it or whatever. But I mean, there is a theory out there that every time you are intimate with a person, a part of you stays with that person, and then a part of them stays with you. That's the overall theory of soul ties. But again, you don't have to believe in it. It is what it is. For those that, believe in it, believe in it. All right. So my next question is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Phoenix, you go first since Ant's been going first.
I mean, all right. If I had to have one superpower, this seems so unrelated to the topic, but
I know, it's just a random question.
We had a little bit,
I would probably go with the ability to do anything I wanted at super speed.
Oh, like the Flash?
Correct.
Or Superman. Superman's really fast. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I love Superman, even though I'm not too much of a DC.
But I'd be able to think as fast as I wanted to, move, heal, so forth and so on.
Okay.
I like it. Slim exclusive. I ain't calling you that because I don't know you as Slim exclusive. So you my brother Ant. My brother Ant. Go ahead. What would be
I just want to fly.
Who?
Fly. That's
you
it.
Want to fly?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Why? I can only imagine the trouble that you would get in if you could fly.
Oh my God. I mean, I would want to be able to read minds,
That's a good one, OG. I definitely would.
I think I want to be able to fly more than I would want to be able to read minds.
Flying, it's a little cold up there, brother.
I mean, it could get a little hot if you go too high too. If you go too high too fast.
I mean, yeah, then you're gonna lose oxygen. Like, your flying day is gonna be over quick.
I mean, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Oxygen, you come back down, you gain it back, right? Like most movies, right? You go up too far, you lose oxygen. By the time you about to hit the ground,
in a Men in Black movie.
I mean,
it breathes well.
I mean, I'm gonna have to figure it out. I mean, when you first started driving,
down to nothing.
You wasn't perfect when you first started driving. There's gonna be some learning curve.
Not you gonna have an accident first.
I hope not.
He gonna be running into eagles, seagulls, pigeons. Like, come on, bro. What's happening?
Planes.
News clip
So
of me
that's
clipping
his superpower. All right. So, do you guys know? Ooh, yes. Good one, Tiff. Do you guys know your love language?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your love language?
Physical touch and spin.
Physical touch and what? Say that one more time. Broke up.
And what is it? Spend time or time spent?
Yeah, like quality time or something like that.
Quality.
Okay. Phoenix, what's yours?
Mine is physical touch, words of affirmation, and probably quality some quality time too.
I wish physical touch was my love language. Gotta be a heathen at this point. Okay, so I just don't. It's not my thing. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not her thing either.
What?
I took the quiz.
I like touched by specific person.
It was.
You don't my sister. She don't like to be touched. What you
So
say?
mine's in order with physical touch. It was quality time. Words that was third. Gift and receive gifts was last.
I'm more of a, I think, gift giver. And I show my love by like cooking, by acts of service. That's what it's called. Acts of service.
Like really giving and receiving gifts never was really high on my scale, but because the way I was raised, we got gifts on my birthday and Christmas. So giving gifts was just like I'm just doing it just because it's a holiday. Or receiving, I've only received gifts on my birthday, so it never really meant that much. So it's always a struggle for me when that receiving gifts is really high on there.
Can I ask a question?
What I've had to learn is that it's not only like material things. Like I had one girl, I was like, we sat there and we took the quiz together. And like, so are you telling me that you need to like physically get, like stuff like a bag or this, that, and that? She was like, no, I'm not asking you that because so I said, all right, for instance, I can't have my phone at work. So if on Tuesday at like I write down on I was thinking about you and give it to the next like, yo, that would actually mean a lot. I was just dumbfounded by that because to me, I was like, that doesn't really mean much. She was like, but the fact that you thought about me and actually did something to show you were thinking about me meant a lot to me. So I guess it's different for everybody, basically.
Agree. All right. So
wait,
next question
is you had a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a quick question. So for those individuals that their primary love language is like acts of service, because Dom, you put that pretty high. Like I wonder, like, are you able to give someone else what their love language is, or is your act of service going to be because you give gifts, or that's your thing, you're going to give gifts, but I need this. My love language is this, but are you just giving me gifts?
Oh, you mean
that's my next question to you guys is that. So for me, and it might be the therapist in me, I love people based on how they need to be loved, not how I need to be loved or my love language. You don't love people based on what your love language is. You love them based on their love language and what it is that they need. So, like my last relationship, one of his love languages was physical touch. Again, I told y'all that's not my thing. But I learned over the years to give more physical touch. A little kiss here, hand holding here, rub on the back or shoulders, stuff like that. It wasn't my thing. I hate cuddling.
If I put my feet on your lap, go ahead and rub them things.
Oh my God. If you put your feet on me, I'm going to stab you. I do not do feet. I'm sorry.
Hey, Dom. Learn to love it. Learn to love it.
That is what the Asians are for.
Nope.
I can pay for the best foot massage therapist you need. What I'm telling you is, if you put your feet on me, that you will be Kunta Kinte out this month.
Yikes.
Did he just say?
What are you talking about?
Yikes.
Don't put his dusty ass comments up here no more. We done with that. No more dusty ass comments. We try to have a serious conversation. I don't like feet. That's just me. But if you need a back massage or your calves are tight or your hamstring, I will do that. I do not mind giving a body massage or something like that.
No. I'd have been out at work all day. I'd have been on my feet, slaving on the railroad, and I come in the house and I want an impromptu and just put my legs up. Hey, baby, give you the kiss in my forehead, and then I stick my feet on your lap. Go on, hey, go on and rub them things.
It's crazy because. His comments up here no more. This is my show. You're not listening behind the stage. Don't put his comments up here no more. This is the thing. I could pay for a great foot massager.
Nope.
It'll be here in 2 days on Amazon. That's all I'm telling you.
Oh man.
I'm not touching feet. I'm sorry, I'm not grown enough for feet just yet. But listen, let's talk about them feet problems. Like, what kind of boots are you wearing? Like, Skechers makes a really good, comfortable work shoe.
Listen, I just need to know.
As expensive as they are.
I just need to know if y'all as women are allowing that same type of grace when you really want something, and the nigga's like, yeah, I don't really do that. I'm not mature enough to eat vagina. So I'm just saying. Are you giving the same type of grace? I can pay for it though.
If you want to send me to the agents to get a happy ending, what are you talking about here?
He came in with violence. I like it.
How we get here?
Wait, this is the crazy part. So Phoenix texted me and was like, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I was like, wait, just be respectful.
Shit, I'm gonna always go with the 20.
Listen, I am going to always listen to my man about how his day was. I'm going to text you periodically. Hey,
I didn't understand what
you eat? How you feel? You cannot come home and put your feet on me, though. I got you all the way up until your ankles.
Could you at least wash your foot first?
First of all, it don't even matter with her, clearly.
Because she ain't doing it at all.
At all. Like, I'm still trying to figure out if we as men are getting the same type of grace from y'all, though.
To be allowed.
If I'm giving you everything else, you come home to a clean house, a meal, I got your bath water ran, I'm willing to give you a massage. Me not rubbing your feet should not be.
You know what?
It should be off of my head because I don't want to rub your feet.
You changing the narrative. Y'all both changing the narrative because y'all not answering the question that he asked.
No, I'm an answer.
I don't rub feet.
No, that was not the question.
No, I'm an answer. I'm gonna give you a dusty answer.
Yeah, let the married woman answer the question.
I'm gonna give a dusty answer. You know what some niggas say when she say that? It's gonna be like, pussy come everywhere. What you gonna do? Ain't that what y'all say? All that?
No. I mean, I didn't say that, but it's true.
Question that requires a
like one of y'all was gonna say it.
Do y'all give the same grade?
All this because I don't want to rub feet, Jesus?
No, we're past that. We're past you not wanting to rub feet.
Listen. All right. I'm gonna end this. Wait, I'm gonna end this.
By answering?
Because, all right, I'm gonna end this. I got us, women. I got us, right? So
please have us and correct me. Think about it first.
You ask for me to suck your dick because I want a bag or something like that, because y'all do it. I know everybody, not all, but some.
What in the prostitution are we talking about?
But I'm saying, if you ask,
let's be clear, right? Women trick on niggas all the time for the shit we want. It ain't prostitution.
You get your dick suck, I want that bag.
You sucking dicks for bags now? That's what we doing, women? Notice my question is still going unanswered. Notice the question.
Doing today, if I want to let a nigga trick on me, I'm gonna let a nigga trick on me.
Oh my God, I can't ask this question anymore. We've done this 17 times already.
What's the
I just
question?
gave you a synopsis. Like,
No.
what you mean?
That was
What did
That was the answer.
what did that synopsis have to do? What did sucking dick for a bag have to do with asking if we get the same amount of grace from y'all?
You do when I suck your dick. As a woman,
I
That's
give
all-
grace.
just saying.
that is your
If I
problem
suck it,
right
I don't
there.
know, because someone would be like,
Because-
"Oh, gag, that's nasty."
I give
It don't-
grace.
So wait. So are you one of them people where you suck your dick out of a problem? You suck dick.
I don't think so.
I said that wrong. Time out.
I say
You
I don't
suck
think she got a
dick
dick. I don't think she got a
out of
dick.
problem. That's what I meant to say.
Nah, we gonna talk about this problem.
Because
We're gonna have a conversation about it.
after you do
I
that,
don't think so.
it still exists, and we still gonna talk about it.
I don't think so.
I don't mind dealing with stuff head on. Let's talk about it. Let's get the emotions out there. Let's communicate.
Not head on. I'm hollering.
And that
That's not what I was.
does not work for everybody.
You was
There you go, Mr.
Well,
Danger.
you should. You should. You
Hey,
should.
Like you know
Who's
you
moving the goalposts? I don't even understand the question. I answered it. I give grace.
listen. You know it's not the same thing. It is absolutely not the same thing. Like
We answered the question. I give grace.
no. Listen, what I'm saying is it's not the same thing because you telling me because y'all may tell us, hey, listen, I won't wear feet, but I'll suck a dick. Does not answer my question. My question is, are you allowing the same grace for men? All right. So if a man is, listen. Let me fully explain it so maybe y'all can get. Says
I don't know what happened.
Not
I didn't
internet.
get off.
if a can you hear
It was
me?
about to be dusty. That's what that was. His internet said nope. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Nope, and brought me right back where I'm at. So if a man is dealing with you and he tells you early on something that you like to be done, I'll dial it back. When he walks in the door or he comes in the house, you want to be kissed and hugged, and he tells you that's not my thing. Are women out here giving that same type of grace of being like,
No.
okay,
Let's keep it a buck. No.
I'll get over it. I'll deal with it.
No.
Like the way that you're expecting the man to get over it and deal with, you're not rubbing my feet.
People, if that's not his thing, why would I try to force him for that to be his thing? Again, when you love people, you have to love them in the love language that works for them, not the love language that works for you. That's just me.
And if it don't work,
that's not your thing. That's not your thing.
If it don't work,
so the answer is no. You're not giving that grace.
I said yes. I'm giving it
But you
because
said
I'm not
no.
going to force you
Yes.
to do something
but I
that you don't
answer
do.
this question.
Me
I'm not
is
giving
yes.
nobody. I can't answer this question. I'm gonna let her answer it.
I said
That
for
was
me,
bullshit,
yes,
'cause
I'm giving that grace.
I heard what you
I can't
said.
answer this question. It's not a married woman
That
question.
did not originally line up with what Dom just said.
It is a question. It don't matter if you're married or not. It's a question.
Do I
It does
compromise?
line up with what I just said. I said
No.
from the beginning.
Like, gave a
No.
good answer.
She said something and you overtalk. What she said did not line up with what you said.
But we're two different people, so our answer is not going to be the same.
But
Right.
they all come up to the same agreement at the end.
She just said no.
I said
But
most
all of a
women not
sudden she
gonna do
agreed.
it.
Then.
No, most women not gonna do it. We're gonna move on to the
Okay,
next.
all right. That's what I was looking for.
I've been
Okay.
saying yes the entire time.
I'm gonna keep it a B. Like most women
So,
gonna move on to the nigga. Okay, you won't do this, you gonna do it, so I'm gonna go over here.
I mean, that's fine. They can move on to the next thing. And you do know that y'all outnumber us, right?
Yeah.
You can do it too. I don't know why you don't.
Trust me, I
One chick ain't doing it, you better bounce on to the next one.
What's the
will. Go Polly.
For every man or something like that?
Nah, it's more like 9
Oh shit.
it's more like 9 in the U.S. alone. I think 11 worldwide.
People practice polyamory. Look at me.
Oh,
Go Polly.
You practice polyamory? Look at me.
No, I'm just saying for people because
I want to.
There's 9 women for every 1 man.
So you want to be like the show? Because the show is my shit. I love watching it. That shit
I don't even know what that. I don't know what that is.
What show is that?
You don't watch the show about the you didn't see the one about the black people that was poly, and they had the chick that came from Africa. She came over there and she stayed there, and it was a nightmare, and now they suing her or something like that.
No,
There.
I
never
mean,
heard of
in
it.
certain parts of the country, you can even practice polygamy legally.
Yeah.
So no, I've literally
Like
never
the
heard.
Midwest or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So for the guys,
Mm.
what was your longest relationship?
Not y'all got a thing.
Because I'm trying to listen. No, listen. No. Because I'm trying to. I had to measure between my adult life and my super young adult life. So it was
So
two totally different times.
do the break in between count as part of the?
No. We said ever.
All
Five
right.
and a half.
What?
How long?
8.5?
5.5.
Just dusty.
And
I'm
2.5.
Damn.
just playing.
Dusty, Jesus.
I'm just playing. You didn't marry her?
Violence on a regular basis.
Can he before we jump on me with a second question? Can we go ahead and get my brother's answer out?
2.5.
Okay, I'm gonna ask after
How
he's
long,
done.
Aunt?
2.5.
I don't believe you, but go ahead.
For real?
For real.
Okay, so 5.5 for you, Phoenix, right?
Mm-hmm.
2.5 for you, Aunt, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Aunt, I'm gonna start with you. Why did it end?
Why they end in marriage?
That's not the question.
I'm just
So
kidding.
it was my daughter's mother, and we were together. We were
So long
young,
ago, Aunt.
and then I know. So then we were together. We were together up until she got pregnant with my daughter. Then I'll say we were together throughout that entire pregnancy. We got back together after my daughter was born. When we got back together, it just wasn't the same.
It never really is.
And I was young. I know, like, sit back and say she was the devil in the situation. I had my issues with her. She had her issues with me, but I feel as though I could go forward with it because either get married or we not, and I just didn't see it with the type of relationship.
Okay, I respect that. Phoenix, for you, why did it end?
Why did it end? It ended because. So I want to preface this by saying, the stupid in me decided to get engaged. So we were at least engaged. To answer your question, but it ended for a multitude of reasons, a lot of which I was not mature enough. Even in my adult life, I wasn't mature enough to bail out from in the beginning. Like, so there were a lot of red flags. And Dom, I think we've had offline conversations about this, but a lot like I wasn't mature. I wasn't adult enough to be like, you know what? I see that this is some bullshit. I need to keep it pushing. So I think a lot of men do that. A lot of men will just be on some, you know what? It's overall pretty decent, or it looks decent on paper, so why not? I can move past it. I'll get over it. And so we'll put our feelings to the side and just kind of like endure some bullshit for years. So where women are quicker to be like, I'm out, fuck this. So that's why it ended. It ended because
that's a different response.
It finally became too much.
Okay, so it sounds like both of you have had enough time to think about the part that you played in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of people don't. So kudos to you guys for being mature enough to understand.
One thing that I'll say I've done with every relationship I've had, like serious relationship, at the end of it, after we established that we're not going to go further, I always, what do you feel as though was the issue you had with me that you shouldn't take forward? And I feel like every issue that I kind of helped me going forward, I might not have agreed completely what their reasoning was, but I felt like I still had to take it into consideration going forward.
Okay. Do you think it's hard to date as a black man?
Hard to date? No. It's easy to date.
Okay. And
I've never heard that answer.
That's his answer, sis. We're going to let these black men answer the way they want to answer. This ain't about us tonight. I said the show is about the men.
Listen,
so let that man answer how he want to answer.
No, that's a good answer. I just said I never heard a man actually say that.
Define dating.
You define dating as whatever it is to you. I can't give you the definition of dating.
I don't think it's hard. I don't think I think it is easy to date, like he said.
Go outside.
Is it easy to have a serious relationship that will the dating you're doing? Like, is another question.
Okay. Okay.
I think you just did what they've been doing, which is kind of veering from the question. That you kind of.
I think dating is easy.
Did you go outside with her?
You did a them, okay?
Was it like
not a them?
Did you hide her?
I identify as okay.
I'm just saying that's dating. Going outside, talking to her, showing her when the lights are out, not when they go out.
Okay, so do you guys have one that got away? Do you think that you've met that one female that got away? Wow.
Oh wow. This is wow.
You niggas is crazy tonight. What?
Not that just looked at each other. Like
I can go first. I thought I had one that got away. Recently started dating her, and it didn't work out. And I'm completely satisfied with the fact that it didn't work out because I no longer had that thought in the back of my mind, like, damn, I wonder where this would have went. Okay, I'm really sure she could have been the one. It didn't work.
Yeah, that part.
Nah, don't dance around the question.
That was direct as hell. That part.
So you didn't have one that got away. You just realized.
Nah, nope. Listen, if they got away, they were meant to be gone. I'm cool.
What if you messed it up though?
That's fair. Then it wasn't meant to be. I was meant to fuck it up.
Were you meant to fuck it up, or you just weren't mature enough yet?
Or you just weren't like.
Listen, in the grand scope of how we look at destiny and what you can control or what you can't control. Listen, it was meant to not happen. It didn't happen. So I'm in the space. I'm in the space right now. I am in the space that I need to be in.
Phoenix talk like he like 70, so he's had a lot of experience in life.
That's what
he's
I was about to say.
For a really long time.
I know, right? It sounds like somebody's grandpa.
It sounds like somebody's damn uncle or grandfather. Jesus.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Like.
What is the longest a girl made you wait for sex?
Ooh, this is good.
Now we about to get into some. We did the love and dating. Let's get to the sex part.
That's. Do you want to hear how long she made me wait, or how long I actually waited?
What is the longest a girl made? I'm almost certain my questions say
you dancing around
the longest a girl made you wait. But I like the caveat, so we're gonna have to come back to that second part of the question. But answer first.
Go ahead.
That whole Steve Harvey thing was a whole trend. So had girls.
Steve Harvey on his third.
Listen. No, I hear you, but I mean, there was a time and point where he was screaming that 90 day shit, and women were flocking to it. So I've absolutely had women attempt to make me wait 90 days.
I did. I can't get with that. I understand the point of that.
Dumbest shit ever.
It is. Be realistic.
And answer the question, and then we're gonna get back to this second question.
So,
all right, I'll shut up.
I was talking to a girl here. What I'll say is she was a number on the roster. I was talking to other people. She wasn't the only person I was talking to, so I continued to entertain while I got it somewhere else.
What? What?
So how long did you wait?
A year?
A year to crack.
No.
All right, wait. Let
me ask my follow-up question. Wait.
Okay.
So it's for both of y'all. Was it worth the wait?
Never.
No.
Let the man answer the question.
Hams was trash. They marinated.
Was it worth the year wait?
Sour by then.
And I'm glad that I didn't put all my eggs in a one basket. Once we got to like 2 months, and I felt like, yo, this not happening. I was like, I'm glad I didn't let the rest of my roster go, and I just went to the block and to deal with
Hit
those.
that roster. Fix it, Jesus. Not us being a number.
Jasmine
It's never worth the wait.
Her album called Roster, and I love it.
It's never worth the wait.
So
Yeah, you
Okay, but for these particular women we are talking about, Aunt, was she worth the wait? Yes or no?
it wasn't worth the wait.
Phoenix.
No.
All right, so now go back to your part two of that first question. What is the longest you've made a girl wait?
Oh,
a week.
20 minutes.
20 minutes? I believe you too.
I don't got no more wine. Y'all
Men
got
don't have I feel like y'all don't have a waiting period. It's whenever I
Listen.
pull my drawers off, you take
Listen.
it.
What's the meme? I want you.
How long did you have to take?
I'm gonna have you. I like it. However that meme. It is what it is.
You say.
All
I
right,
just
for
need to
20
know what
minutes,
you
where was y'all at? Like, did y'all go out on a date?
Yeah, paint
like,
the scenario. Paint the scenario. Give us the picture.
Because now I need details.
Now I need to hear.
Now I gotta
Like,
cross my leg for this one. Come on.
mm-hmm. Where's my
Listen. Went out. Actually went to Landmark up on City Ave.
Oh, that's
You know.
trash. Say no more. You don't even have to say no more. We are.
Listen, had a couple drinks,
You took it down to the car, Phoenix?
and she just happened to own a minivan.
What? Not in the back of the Highlander or something like that. I meant the
Jesus.
Oh shit! He hit her in the back of the Honda Pilot.
Hey,
It didn't. No, it was kind of half in, half out. Wasn't even in the back.
Oh,
So
you
that was like on the street and halfway in the car?
You like
Correct.
Captain seats,
in the
captain
bushes.
seats a little separated, John?
Yeah.
Good times. Good
Take it out
times.
of
Been
home.
there, done that on South Street, though. Amazing. Go ahead. Listening. Continue.
See, I'm not
I
that.
mean that was that.
Jesus
That's
Well, what does she have to drink?
Yeah,
Because now I need to know.
I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever she was drinking.
Everybody
She
got
had
a
some Henny
hotel.
Punch. Definitely.
You said what?
She just wanted to take you down. Sometimes women want to take you down too. Don't get it twisted. That's what y'all need to know. Sometimes I need to take you down too. I know in 10 minutes what you saying, what I need to hear.
I mean, a girl know if she gonna fuck a dude within the first 5-10 minutes of a conversation.
I know if I'm going
Yeah.
drop for you.
We know. We know.
Y'all be knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know.
Okay,
Yep.
so how long did you ever make a girl wait?
I've made her wait. We was going fuck, and we didn't have the space and time to do it, or I didn't want to. It was no wait.
My brother is a whore, Jesus.
I'm not being completely honest. If you want it, you can get it.
Not if you want it, you can get it.
But we gotta go somewhere else.
For everybody, you for the street.
You get some dick. You get some dick. You get some dick.
Everybody gets
You
dick.
right.
Everybody
You open.
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it. Listen, if I find you attractive, that's all we need.
I'm not making somebody that I'm dealing with wait. That sounds crazy.
Y'all give me the vibe that y'all
Insanity,
humping.
right?
Say
You
that
said what?
Y'all give me the vibe that y'all humping bathroom stalls.
It's been done.
Damn, sis, you ain't had to put their business out there like that. What's wrong with fucking in the bathroom stall?
I've lived
That's wrong. I'm just saying.
What's
Y'all
wrong
just
with doing in the bathroom stall?
Y'all real judgy in this motherfucker tonight.
No, not y'all. I was asking a question.
No,
You right.
And it just seems like y'all just
Neil, anytime
Women do it too.
get more the freak John because he seems
Neil,
to clean
No,
up.
it's Phoenix ass.
I'm out now. Every time
like his egg because he's too quiet. He's too quiet.
every time I've been in a bathroom stall, it's always been with my girlfriend. It was never random. So we out at the bar. She with her girls. I'm with my homies.
Wow.
I've lived this life, so I'm not judging. So next question, please. What is the perfect date? And I'm gonna make y'all think. So
All right, so I've been asked this question before, but in my opinion, like the perfect date just revolves around the perfect person in that moment. Like because like it doesn't matter if I'm with the right person. It don't matter what we do. We can sit on a fucking step, drink fucking juices and eat
That's the
chips and
best
talk
date.
shit. Like we can like so. There's no specific thing, in my opinion, for me anyway. That's like the perfect date. The perfect date for me is with the perfect person.
You said sit on a step and drink juicy juice.
No, we could drink some fucking hugs and chips and get some
Oh,
Swedish fish or
I
some
thought
shit.
you had a weight
I don't
check
sit
that you was
up
going
and
to get
drink
or
hugs.
something like that. I thought
Up and
maybe the
make
weight
drink. Why
came
can't you
through.
drink Mad Dog?
I
Ew.
mean,
You just
we
wanted to bring
could.
out the tailor's port at this point.
Teller's Port, Mad Dog, I Manny Shevitz.
Go on, hey, I'm about to show my age. Go and get them motherfucking Boone's Farm.
Yep, Boone's
Go and get them motherfucking
is
Boone's
good.
Farm. They got all the
Farm
flavors.
is good.
I got the wild Irish rose on deck.
Yeah,
Period.
you real old with that one.
He definitely getting some
Way
ass with the
back.
Wild Irish. I'm just saying that Wild Irish get the girls wild. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
not me, because I drink dirt tequila. But I'm just saying for the rest of you.
I don't think it's dirt.
I do.
Thank you. Neither do I. But for the other people in the comments,
Grow
they don't
up.
agree. And what is your perfect date?
I mean, not the piggyback, but the piggyback off of what he said. I think it. I can't define the perfect date. I kind of do like my personality is real random. So whatever the person is interested in, I do. Like I've set up dates where I've gone. Well, never actually went through with it, but like went to. It's a place in on Drexel's campus where you could go in. It's a restaurant and you could play board games, like 3,000 board games or something like that. I set up dates to do stuff like that. I set up your typical like top golf and bowling type of date, and then where I went on like the waterfront there on Prince Lane. Whatever that person is interested in, I kind of make the dates interest
pay
is
attention.
and just go from there.
Yeah, you pay attention. That's what you're saying.
Well, we know that Phoenix like to keep it near the house, so when he ready to get some draws, he can just
Yeah,
turn around from the step and go
10 minutes from his
But
house.
go
or
ahead, Phoenix. We're listening. We're listening.
in the back of the minivan. Go ahead.
So I got a question for Brother Ant. So when the question was asked, I don't think I received it the way that you received it, because when you explain your date, it sounds like this is a date that you're putting together or you're planning or your perfect date for someone else.
Right.
I received it as what would be the perfect date for me to receive.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I'm curious if I don't know if your answer changes if you look at it from a different direction.
My perfect date for me, I really don't know. Like I said, my personality is very random. So if lately I encounter women trying to take on dates to do things that I wouldn't normally do, and I'm fine with that. So it's been like different. One that I had set up was going to like this kind of like spa sort of situation where it was like it wasn't just a spa area. It was like almost shower thing. You go there and it was different set up outside of just the massage and stuff like that. That's something I typically wouldn't do, but I'm there. If I like it, that's cool. If I don't like it, don't ever ask me again.
And out here dropping a bag on these bitches. You see that?
That's what
Shit's
I'm saying.
wild.
I'm like,
Yeah, you know how
you out here
expensive
doing
massages are?
some massages, sensual, because he don't want to wait. That's why. He want to get you rubbed and oil down.
So for
Yikes.
those of us that are dating, or in this dating pool, do you think that the dating pool has pee and fentanyl in it?
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with Phoenix on this one. Why no?
Vile.
Why not?
I don't think it has pee and fentanyl in it. I think people are going for bad choices for one, but more so than that, what I'll say is I think people just aren't being honest with each other. So I feel like that's what's called the dating. People just not people honest now. I guess that would be why people would consider that being pee. But I mean, I don't think dating was ever really easy.
Wow.
I think
I disagree.
Our definition of being able to date has gotten very slim. That's why I say the dating pool got pee and fentanyl in it. Because where do you meet people at these days?
I mean, I can't say
to church at this point.
I can't say is pee in a dating pool if I know certain girls I dated were not of the criteria of what I should be settling for. I can't.
So then they just get right back in the damn pool and contaminated with pee and fentanyl.
But I gotta take the blame for that bad decision.
Weird.
What do you mean? The bad decision is the bad decision, but the bad decision you can only decide with if you got multiple choice with A through D and they all bad decisions. You got to pick the best of the worst.
That's
I can't argue with the logic. I can't argue with it.
But how do you know it's a bad decision until you actually get into the talking phase and you're talking, you're getting to know them, and then you realize like this motherfucker got 12 red flags in the first 30 seconds of this conversation.
Sometimes
like how do you know until you get in it?
Sometimes I see all the red flags. I still want to go to Great Adventure. That's the day.
They do that.
Most of them posting their red flags all on social media every fucking day.
You're not wrong.
That's facts.
I need a nigga to buy me a bag. I want a nigga to come do this.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes bitches just need $40.
They do.
With the cost of living,
drove that price
at this point, make it 80. That's all we saying.
I was about to say inflation ain't drove that price up yet. It's still $40.
You ain't getting nowhere before. You can't even eat good with $40 at this point.
Like, so what like, I mean, like, did y'all see, did y'all read about the I guess the shit that's going viral now where old girl charged homeboy an inconvenience fee for canceling a date on her?
I did not see that, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, so apparently, I guess sis was real braggadocious about it, but apparently they had set up a date. Well, he had set up to take her out on a date. Apparently, he got his car broken into, so he gives her a heads up, like, listen, I gotta cancel. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Yada yada yada. So I guess sis, she was going to cancel anyway. She was going to cancel him. I think she said because it had rained or it was raining, so she was already going to cancel, but he canceled first. So then she told him that basically she needed to charge him an inconvenience fee for her time and inconvenience. And this simp ass nigga paid it. Like, and then she was on the shit bragging about it. Like, that's some bullshit.
What was the charge?
I don't know what a simp is, but that sounds like that right there.
A nigga that do anything.
Oh, a simple ass nigga. Okay, yeah, it's giving very much simp. Mm-hmm.
What was your question, Aunt?
How much was it?
I don't know. I think it might have been like $80 or so. I don't remember the exact price, honestly.
Yes, these are the dummies that's swimming in that damn pool.
And that's why it's
because you had to catch me in traffic.
Like, why you gotta have no inconvenience to date you?
Bruh, that conversation would have went only one way with me.
Block.
I wouldn't even wasted the energy to block you. I would have wasted the energy to fuck with you though. But you got to be out your fucking mind.
That man really
That's crazy. Just might have seen it through and bombed her out and then left her ass just for GP. That's some petty shit.
Nah, but listen, why I wouldn't even waste the effort at that point. Like, I've really got to be like physically attracted to you. Like, it got to be deep. Like, I'm going to pay you just because of your inconvenience, just so I can then again plan another date, because I still got to pay for my car. So now I got to pay for another date, set it up, and then try to see how long this play along so I can bomb you out. Yeah, y'all got me fucked up.
So for me, that would have been all three strikes in one shot, because
that's a smoke signal.
Why I need to cancel the date. That's inconsiderate. To be like, oh,
right,
because you inconvenienced me. You don't think inconvenienced in this situation?
Like, my window was busted.
But my money, and then I'm about to pay this window.
Window was busted and
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you gotta pay a deductible, basically.
You said what?
He going to pay a deductible. I'm not giving every shit.
I know he better take the poppy and get that damn window fixed, go to the junkyard and get you a window and have somebody put that shit in. But anyway, I'm just saying. Either way, she's a raggedy, dusty ass bitch. That's what we call dusty. Now that is the definition of dusty
behavior. That's just dusty.
All right. So, question for you guys: have you ever tried a dating site?
Yes.
And
so,
oh Lord, here we go.
To go get some tequila because
all right, I'm out. So I signed up for the site, and honestly, I just go to look through the pictures. I might but I've never seriously gave it effort because my fear is to put effort in, get there, and it's like, yo, you not the fuck who that was in that picture.
You don't want to be catfished.
And honestly, like, I've never really had I've had droughts, but I've never had a drought long enough that made me feel like, yo, I need to do this. I need to.
Because you let nobody wait, right? Because you.
Yeah, I just
right on in.
Nah, I wouldn't say like it's like that, but I just never felt like I'm a very social person, and that just doesn't work for me.
I'm gonna say you making it sound like it's a desperation thing.
I mean, and I don't knock people that do it. I mean,
I don't think there's anything wrong with dating sites.
What is that thing that swipes left and right? What is that thing that you swipe? Is that Grindr?
I think it's
all of them. You can swipe left and right.
Oh, because one of them things my homie eat before, like he dated. I think he met his wife. We was
all
cool.
I'm saying is dating sites have some success stories.
That shit is weird. When he showed me them profiles of the chicks, I was like, ooh, this is just weird. Like this is some real dust bucket shit going on.
I don't mind a dating site.
I think the dating site is cool though, but I think that one is the one that's just not it.
I think the people that aren't as social, it kind of works better for them. So that's why I like it. If it works for you, because I mean, you don't have it to be out and like see somebody and be able to express yourself up front. It works out better where you have a bio where it says everything that you would want to say, and then if a person likes it, then it helps you like build a conversation. It just doesn't necessarily work for me. But
see, so for me, I've been on a lot of dating sites, and for me, it's just a different attack route for me because I'm an extremely social person, but I don't like moving around a lot of these where a lot of these new niggas move. So I don't really be out too heavy. So if I'm out, it's going to be someplace where I'm comfortable or I'm known. So for the most part. So with that being said, like being on a site is so much easier to be like, hey, listen, all right, cool, all right, she all right looking, she's not. I can keep it moving, and it's simpler that way. And I haven't really had like great success with it. I'll say that, but and then you get to see a lot of red flags. Like I used to do on my TikTok. I used to take some of the women's profiles that they would write and what they were looking for, and I would analyze them on my TikTok and grind them up on how bad that shit is. Your misspelling, your bad speech, your poor form, like what you're talking about. You sound angry, like the fuck, like what you want, a nigga? That makes no sense to me. You got 17 kids by 5 different baby daddies. I don't get it.
Yikes.
Don, you look hot.
My soul needs to play.
I was trying to figure out how we got here.
The only thing I don't really like about online dating is you want on. Now I know you can pull that off in person as well, but online you could be whoever you are.
Sure. That's what catfish is. When you watch it, you can be anybody you want to be.
Right. But when I'm in person and I'm talking to you, figure out if I want to get to the point or whatever, I'm asking specific questions and like walls in my. Whereas, like you could be anybody you want and trying to get to know each other that way.
But you can video call her though and verify that she's that person or he's that person.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Everybody got FaceTime at this point.
Some of these dating sites make you verify that you're a real person too.
Oh wow.
If you get so many like hits or like messages, after a while they'll pick up the algorithm of it, and so they'll make you confirm, and they'll shut your profile down until you confirm that you're a real person. So they'll make you do a selfie video, and they'll be like, turn your head this way, turn your head this way, turn your head this way.
Wow.
And you have to do that a couple times, and then once they confirm that you're a real person, then it gives you back access to your thing.
Wow.
So that.
Life can make sense.
Okay.
That's smart.
How important is sex for you on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Oh wow, Jesus, that was quick.
I'm not gonna say 10, but I'm gonna say a solid
Did you
8.
say 8? You said
I
8? Both of y'all said 8?
No, he said
He
No.
said 10. Phoenix
No, what
said
did you
10.
say, sis?
Who, me?
I feel like you said 8 under your breath.
Me?
You the only sis on here.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I can't hear. My thing keep breaking up. It's choppy. I can't hear nothing. I say 8. 8 1/4. My bad.
She the only
I
other
can't
sis on.
hear. It's choppy. Y'all internet is messed up, or mine is messed up. It keep going. I'm like, who's talking?
we all heard sis.
I didn't hear it. I can't hear
Sis.
nothing.
Who, me? Me?
I can't hear.
All right.
Me?
So I got the question that we've all been waiting for, and I'm gonna let Phoenix go first on this because we've had this conversation offline. So I know
Adios, míos.
kind of what he feels.
Mm.
But the question is, do you believe in the institution of marriage?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. There's no benefit. There's no benefit. And I start leaning on close. I see you. I see you want to lean on close. Like I'm about to say something crazy. Listen, there's no benefit for black men, let alone men, period, in marriage these days. So no, I do not believe in it. Next.
And
I believe.
okay. So he told you his why he doesn't believe in it. Why do you believe in it?
I mean, for one, I've seen my parents married for 30 plus years. I think if that's what you want, it can work. But it has to be both parties being honest up front.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that every marriage is supposed to work, but I think that if both people truly care, they will do whatever to keep it right rails. And if that, I mean, that's something if the right opportunity presents itself, I will go for it. But I mean, I wouldn't say that I mean, but I believe in it, essentially.
So, Ann, let me ask you this, brother. So, what is the benefit that you will receive from marriage? What can you do in marriage that you absolutely can't do by just being a domestic partner?
I feel like in marriage, if I get and give a girl like I really want you here. Now you do have that in a domestic partnership, but I think it's given a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for? It's a certain level of I don't know. What's the word? Commitment. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a different level of commitment. I mean, if you're gonna be in a relationship or if you're gonna be in a domestic partnership and that person doesn't want marriage, that's fine. Whatever works for you. But me as a person that wants marriage, I'd rather show you the highest level of commitment that I could give you if I really want you to be there.
But why do you want it? Like, what is the benefit that you feel like you would gain from that?
I look at it also from a Christian standpoint. So I'm not just looking at it on a surface level of just want to marry just to marry
I was
or
waiting for
a big celebration. If I truly feel that I want that woman forever, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, see, I'm already, yeah. So that's not going to be an eye to eye scene for me because
What benefit should I be receiving?
I mean, why do anything if it doesn't have a benefit somewhere around the line?
He's saying it's
But
not.
Phoenix, you were engaged, so at one point you believed in the institution of marriage.
No, no. It wasn't that I believed in it. It was that you know what, I was too weak to stand up to to the pressure of it. So it was like you know what, I'm gonna roll with this. I know this is what she wants. I know, and I conformed to her. I conformed to her versus standing on who I was, and I will never make that mistake again.
I think a lot of people do that. I think women apply a
it.
certain amount of pressure to men to marry us, and I think that this is all part of a relationship, right? Communicating. being able to
Right.
stand up to your partner, knowing who you are, setting boundaries. If marriage is not on the table, that is something that should be discussed in the preliminaries of the relationship.
Yeah.
Because now I'm not
Agreed.
wasting no more of my time if marriage is not the end goal. For me, at this age, marriage is my end goal. So I'm not dating just to be dating, just to say I'm with somebody. Because again, I've said this multiple times. I'm single. I'm not desperate. For me, I want to be married. I want to be a wife. I see that there are a lot of benefits of being a union under God, being Christian, all of that, right? There's a lot of benefits.
Okay,
I
Miss
think you
Hot Girl
just kind of
Summer.
have to be. I think you just kind of have to be in it. This is my thing with marriage. So let me say this, because my sister and I had this conversation. She has a particular Instagram friend who just doesn't see the positivity of marriage. She's like the female version of you. Marriage to me is what you make it. Your benefits for everybody in their marriage is going to be different. What my sister's benefits in her marriage is not going to be the same as what I see as a benefit for marriage for me, the same as Aunt is going to see a benefit for him. It depends on who your partner is, who you're marrying. This is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. This is the person that you want to be legally tied to. This is the person that when you stand in front of God, you can say that you gave your all to this one person. You take those vows. You take those vows not just to the person that you're marrying, but to God. That is a union. That is the way God designed it, is for marriage. He didn't design it any other way. He didn't design a domestic partner. He designed marriage. So if
And
I'm
you know
living it
what? And
out
that's fair.
biblically, if I'm living it out biblically, I'm just speaking for me. For those that believe in it, if you are living it out biblically, then that is the right thing to do. But I do agree with you in part, Phoenix. It's not for everybody. And I think that's something we need to normalize in
Can't we just
society
keep
and
it a
stop
being about
trying to make it seem like everybody's supposed to be a husband,
everybody?
everybody's supposed to be a wife. No, you're not. If it's not for you, that's okay. You have to go
And,
with it for you.
right,
But I
but
want
if
to
you're
meet somebody that wants to be a husband.
and if you're doing it from a biblical standpoint, and that's what you believe in, then that works for you. See, I as well don't believe in structured religion, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm already like, yeah, all right, cool. What I mean, that
Right.
doesn't even come into play when I'm talking about marriage. So it's like, cool.
Right.
You know
And
what?
that's your stance, which is
Really,
nothing wrong with that.
and I completely agree with that. And I feel like, honestly, religiously is the only way I see marriage for people. If it's not for religious reasons, I mean, I'm not saying that you should, but outside of that, I don't think if you're a religious person, I don't really see an emphasis in why you want to be married.
I agree. Now you have people that do not share the same religion as us, right? Some people that
Right.
don't believe in anything at all, and they still make the decision to be married for whatever their reason is. But I do think
Right.
that at some point in society, we have to normalize that everybody doesn't want to be a husband, everybody doesn't want to be a wife. And you
For sure.
have people that have been together for 20 and 30 years unmarried, and it works for them. Like they
Right.
have probably a better relationship than some married folks. And it works because that is the agreement that they came to.
Right.
Everything is not for everybody. For me, I want to be a wife, and I want to find somebody that wants to be a husband, not somebody that wants to be a long-term boyfriend. I don't want that. So it just depends on the person that you're dating and that conversation you have in the preliminary stage of dating. What is the end goal for this? Especially for us, we're all 35 plus, right?
Mhm.
At this point, we shouldn't just be dating just to be dating. And if we are, listen, to each his own. But for us that are dating with a purpose, what is the purpose? Is marriage the end goal, or is it a domestic partnership the end goal? Whichever one it is, it works for you. That's just me. So on the topic of marriage, do you guys, and it doesn't just have to be marriage, it could be just related or, dating or relationships. Do you guys believe in monogamy or polygamy? Because
And
it came up earlier.
Monogamy ain't been working. I'm about to see what polygamy is.
Wow. That's deep.
I'm stone cold trying out this polygamy thing now. Like I'm absolutely here for it. I have not been successful, um, but I'm here for it.
Sis.
Mhm.
Put my brother-in-law on the phone real quick. Let me ask him.
He goes, I ain't swapping spit and DNA with nobody. That's it.
You do it with your kid all the time. It's the
Here,
same thing.
community teen is not. It's just not it for me.
They say a dog's mouth is cleaner than most humans.
I don't believe that. I don't live past.
I mean, I'm not about to find out. I was just saying that's what they say. That's what they say. I don't know. Okay, so for the guys, you guys are willing to try polygamy. Sounds like my sister is monogamous.
What about you?
The verdict is out. I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know. Give me about 6 months to a year. We'll see how this thing goes. I don't know yet.
Oh my.
I'm very stingy though. I don't really like sharing. Mine is mine. So, but I don't
listen.
know.
You probably listen. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna share either voluntarily or involuntarily. You choose.
I mean, I would prefer to not share at all. And this is what I mean.
It's not really an option. It's not really an option. It's not.
It is. There are faithful people out here. Everybody is not a cheater.
Listen, everybody is as faithful as their options.
What?
Okay. And then some people have the will to fight temptation against
that shit just bullshit to me. Like, let's keep it a bean. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like,
y'all done triggered her. She's triggered. I'm telling y'all. This is where this conversation about
this is how I talk. I'm gonna give y'all a married standpoint. Obviously nobody else on the panel has been, married. I'm just gonna get my experience.
Praise God. It doesn't sound like it's so fun. I'm just kidding. I said just kidding. I want to be a wife. Just kidding.
Wait,
Phoenix, where you go?
Are you saying you
was Hancock on the wall? I love Hancock.
You want to be gang?
Wait, why are you doing?
She want to be gang for real. Huh?
Woo! All right.
Anyway, why is it this perception that, like, in marriage, like, we don't like each other or we just want to cheat on each other all damn day? Why does it have to be like that? Why do people just want to cheat on them? Why do you cheat on them? Why does it have to be so
why do you have the perception? Why do you have the perception that I have to dislike you to have sex somewhere else?
What do you mean?
I don't have to dislike you to sleep with someone else.
I mean,
you're telling me you can love another, you can be in a relationship
you can
with
love
another woman and still step out on her?
What if they don't?
Absolutely.
What if
but
they
why?
don't? What if they
What do you mean, but why?
But what if they don't?
What if they what are we talking about? They don't.
Why can't it be an opinion that is not always the other way around? Why does it always have to be the way that you're saying it?
No. I'm not saying that. You're if I'm hearing incorrectly, let me know.
You say, people are only as faithful as their options. You don't think, okay, first of all, I have many options, of course, but I don't want those options.
Well, watch yourself.
I'm gonna keep it a beat. Of course, options.
You in the comments?
Of course, I would have many options of other people to talk to and do this and do that as the other person. But do I want to?
Wait. So you're telling us
anybody
that listen, hear me out. You're telling us, I know, but you're telling us right now that you currently have an option that is better than your husband?
Hell no. Why you think I'm not with them?
So that's not an option.
No, anybody got an option to sleep with
anybody. No. That is not an option.
How? You can sleep with anybody.
Because listen, hear me out. Women are innately just not going to. They're not going to date down. Like what woman do you know that's going to be like, you know what? I don't think I'm struggling enough. I need to, you know what? Let me go date somebody that makes a lot less money and is less attractive than the person I'm with now.
I know
who does that?
They do with the janitor. I'm just saying, but
they do.
And that was her option.
She was married. She was married. And he had a high, powerful job, and she still chose to mess with
and she wanted the damn janitor.
She decided to mess with the help.
I think that's
he might have had a high, powerful broom.
I think that's an anomaly. I don't think that's the norm.
No. We're not talking about anomalies. He said, and I quote, "Women don't date down." That's what he just said.
So do they
also? She wasn't dating. She was fucking.
We don't know what they were doing. I know they got caught.
I bet you she, I bet you she didn't. I bet you she didn't consciously say, "I'm going to leave my CEO husband and go fucking live with this janitor."
Hey, did y'all see that show on Netflix? I'll give you another example. It's called Fatal Seduction. It is about a professor. She has like her doctorates or something. Her husband is like a judge. He got lots of money. Bop, bop, bop. She stepped out on her husband to mess with this kid, who she then found out was her student, and then told her student that she was going to leave her husband. So then the boy started stalking her.
I'm intrigued.
Fatal Seduction. You know, I'm not supporting Netflix right now because of the writers' strike, and I know people personally that work to do hair and nails and makeup, so they are out of work since March, so I'm not supporting Netflix right now. But if you get a chance, Fatal Seduction. It's a very good show. Some of it's in patois because it's based in Jamaica. So most of it is in English, but it's a very good show. It's
okay.
And I'm talking about from start to finish. It's action, killing. It's a lot. It's a lot of sex in the show. Definitely go ahead and watch it. But she ended up sleeping with her student and promised her student she was going to leave. And then he had all these illusions in his mind and got obsessed with her. And it just goes left from there. So if y'all supporting Netflix, I'm currently not. But Fatal Seduction. That's all I got.
Cool.
So it is possible. Because the same way men step out to just get theirs off, y'all don't care if it's the help. Y'all don't care if it's the babysitter, the nanny, the girl at the tennis court, the one that work at Planet. Y'all don't care what the status of that person is. So why do y'all think women care?
I was told
all
that
we are trying to do is get attention or whatever they're not getting from their partner. It's the same thing.
I was told that women cheat emotionally and men cheat
physically
with availability. So if it's available, that's when men mostly, but women cheat more on an emotional level.
So you're saying that men cheat with what's available to them, so physically available, and women cheat emotionally.
Yes.
So you're saying that when women cheat, we cheat with men that are what, emotionally available?
Y'all cheat on more of an emotional level. Like it's something that man showed you that made you want to step out, where a man just was available at that time.
I'm gonna agree and disagree with that one.
What part do you?
I'm not saying it's not correct. I do think there are some women that are so cutthroat that they physically cheat, but mentally or emotionally they're not even there. They just there for a good time, not a long time.
Here you go talking about these anomalies again. Those exceptions to the rule. We talking about the rule, not the exception too. I hear you. But that's not a long time.
Yikes.
Okay. It sounds good, but you sound but you sound like you're contradicting yourself, love. You sound like, listen, because according to you, you're dating with a purpose. You're dating with intention to get married. So hold on. Okay. So
John DeMarco.
Like you're dating with this purpose and intention. And if you're dating this way, okay, so if you're dating this way, I mean, I'm just saying, these randoms ain't gonna give you that. That don't sound like intention to me. Because you're here for a good time, not a long time.
I now at this age, in this stage of my life, am dating with a purpose. Prior to this,
like what, yesterday?
Wow.
What are we talking about?
2 weeks ago.
Wow.
I'm just saying, because she just went straight in and said, "I'm here for a good time, not a long time." That was speaking in the present of now. That wasn't. I was like this before. She said now.
You said that. That was you.
All right. So okay. So all right.
So if my good time ain't a long time, but then my good time turned into a long time, then here we are.
So do you let it be known that I'm not a long time?
It depends on the person. I feel out the vibe. I feel out the conversation. It depends. I think we all know that if we talking to somebody, you can tell if I ain't calling y'all fuck niggas, but I think a female know what she wants out of a guy, right? The same way when y'all talk to females, if y'all see red flags, y'all like, oh, I'm just here to do this. I ain't here to do none of the other stuff. I think we all know that. So if you're talking to somebody and getting to know them, you ultimately know what your purpose is.
So
No,
how do you feel about
I think
that?
I think, Dom, I think I move a little different. I think I'm initially
I
just
don't have
going
no
in there.
feelings, child.
No, listen, hear me out. I'm initially going to date you and talk to you with one thing in mind. Now, if you happen to intrigue something further, if you happen to garner my interest on something further beyond that, then that's different. But my goal is, I'm in here to straighten out your back. Anything other than that, whatever. Now, you know what? You know what? I do like you. I like spending time with you. You know what? Here I am.
Yeah, after you done straightened out her back, I'm sure you do like her.
No, that's no. That's absolutely when most men stop liking you because they see clearer. After I had straightened out your
That's why I
back.
tell y'all to go and get one off before you take Shorty home from the club. That's what they say. I don't have one, so I don't know. But that's
Where's
what
the
I
fun?
heard. That's what they say.
Right.
They say you're supposed to go get one off and then come back
That's
and see
why
if you still think what a clear is.
That's why you should listen to that.
You said what fun is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't come up with the shit. A guy came up with it. Y'all should ask that nigga. I don't know.
That nigga lied.
This
The
is
lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Okay, so what you saying is you're not gonna go to the bathroom and get one off. You're gonna wait till you get 20 minutes into the date, go get one off, and then see if you still think about a clear head.
So,
or
wait,
not.
no. I want you to think about this logically. So I'm on a date. I'm with Shorty.
Y'all drinking.
We drink. I think on some kind of level that I got a chance at knocking her down by the end of the night. So I'm not going to take advantage of that chance. I'm going to go to the bath and rub one out.
What?
I'm gonna rub out.
Did you want to do Shorty before or after the drinks?
What do you mean? We took you for drinks. We wanted to do you, period.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Because maybe the conversation
so why would I like Aunt saying, why would I go in the bathroom and waste round one just so I could come back here and give you a decent round? What? No, we don't get all these rounds.
But I got one better.
You might change your mind.
I got one better. You go to the bathroom, you get it off. You know, I really don't care for the rest of this day. I think I just want to take home there. Does that make sense?
Did you get tired in the middle of the day?
You just got one off.
How did this get here?
I forgot, man. They get theirs off and then they gotta go to sleep. I forgot. Y'all built different than us.
Yes, very much so. Our approach is different. Our thought process is different. It's not sad. It's different.
Y'all niggas roll over and put your thumb in your mouth, and I don't like that for y'all.
Really? Just because y'all want to gain energy? Hey, let me go vacuum the stairs. No, nigga, take your ass to bed.
Sometimes my OCD kicks in and I gotta go vacuum and wash these dishes.
I got a question.
I can't go to bed with dishes.
You said something that kind of resonated. So, because as men, we naturally have to be the hunters. We have to go after what we want. Do you see, if you out and you see somebody that happens to capture your attention, do you go after said person if they don't notice you? Or do you just let that be a passerby?
I'm honestly not bold enough to shoot my shot. I know I seem very like outspoken and bold in other areas. I'm not that female. I'm not bold enough to shoot my shot at no guy.
I ain't give a shit.
You say it again?
I said I am. Back in the day, I ain't give a shit. I was very forward.
Who asked who for the date with you and your husband on the first date?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that bold.
I mean, they out there. It's always intriguing to me when I see it, or I mean, I've experienced it once, but it's always intriguing to me when a woman is willing to. I mean, I'll tell you my experience. I was literally in a club, and it was a girl, somebody that I talked to passively, and I just happened to say, "Yo, you gonna fuck around one day, look up, and I'm gonna be with somebody else." She walked off, And this girl was sitting there. She walked up and she said, "I was trying to get your attention all night. You wasn't trying to get my attention." She said, "I was, but I saw you over here with your girlfriend." I said, "That's just somebody that I talk to." I said, "But actually, it's kind of loud in here. Let me just get your number and we can have this conversation later." But the fact that she just thought that was my girlfriend and
Yeah.
was still bold enough to walk up was different.
She earned some points in your book.
I mean, it didn't work out because she was very insecure, but she was good for about that month that we was rocking.
You
She
fucking
was good for
Yeah,
it. She was good for a short time, not a long
Yeah,
time.
Not a long
She was
time.
there for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time.
Okay. So I want to say thank you guys for coming in and being on the hot seat and giving your perspective on love, sex, and marriage. Do you have any last minute words for the good people of Melanated Vibrations? Phoenix, you go last. I'm not playing with you. Go ahead, Aunt.
Yeah. It's
I
about to be.
just want to say thank you. It was a pleasure. And sis, do know I am definitely going to return the favor. I just want to say y'all going to be seeing a lot more of me on the BE coming soon. Thank you for having me.
Ant has been recruited.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he has joined the network. I'm kind
Working
of
some
nervous.
things
I don't know
out,
where
but
this is going
look
to
out for
go.
me. Going working some things out, but look for me soon.
Any last minute relationship advice on love, sex, and marriage you want to give the people?
Listen, I'm out here like the rest of us, just trying to figure shit out as I go along. I learn something new every day.
I like it. Yeah, because the dating pool got pee and fentanyl in it. Phoenix.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for having me out. I had a great time busting it up with y'all, spitting my truth. Um,
Take your
Being
time, Pastor.
controversial, but yeah.
listen. My last minute relationship advice is this: figure out what the fuck makes you happy and do that shit. Like, fuck what anybody else thinks. Live for you. Like, we only got a limited time on this motherfucker. Take what time you need to do whatever's gonna make you happy. I don't give a fuck. That's it.
I like that. Hashtag I don't give a fuck. Sis?
I ain't got nothing. I don't got nothing.
What do you mean?
I'm actually speaking.
I know. It somehow still turned into some dusty ass behavior on here. I don't even know how.
Wow.
I want to blame Ant for that. He brought the dusty over from the BEN and then thought he was going to put that on Melanated Vibrations.
Wow. I just
blame exclusive for that.
once again is women not taking accountability because y'all brought some dust in yourself.
No,
I
we
took
did.
accountability.
I did.
I'm going to stand on what I said.
I didn't say
y'all ain't learned that about me yet. I don't know what to tell y'all.
It wasn't both people taking accountability. I'll just leave it there.
I can't speak for her. I can speak for me. Okay, that's it.
I said dust free, not dusty.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, the end of it kind of sounds
not all or y'all or some type thing.
You know how we feel about that word, y'all, on Melanated Vibrations.
Some of y'all.
All right.
Some of y'all.
Thank you guys for spending time with us on Melanated Vibrations. You can catch us each and every Monday at 7 p.m. on the Big Exclusive Network. You never know what we're going to get into. You never know what we're going to talk about. Thank you to my guests for coming, taking the time out to be on the show and talk about love, sex, and marriage. If you are watching this show at the end of it, please make sure you go back and re-watch the show. Tag your friends, share. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Good.